Do you want to know a secret? This is the one thing that I changed before every sales call that has given me a 90% close rate on my sales calls. My name's Lydia Kimmerling. I'm a master life coach and business mentor. I help women in business scale to six figures using a 30 leads in 30 days strategy. I've been in business for 15 years. I started in 2010 before there was any of the stuff on the internet to help us. I had to learn it all the hard way. And so I love to help you collapse time, to not waste time, and to give you my actual lived experience that's going to help you get consistent clients, perfect consistent clients. I want you to stay in business for a long time. I want for you to have a steady, sustainable business that feels easy. So I'm all about not doing things with pressure, not doing them with hustle, and it all feeling very you. When I first started in 2010, I didn't even know that there were people who could help me with sales. I was just getting on these calls, like having a great chat and hoping for the best. I was not getting a 90% close rate at the beginning because honestly I had no idea what I was doing. Obviously now I've done hundreds, thousands of these calls, and I know that there really is a step-by-step framework to a successful call. Today though, I'm not talking about that strategy. I'm talking about a really important mindset shift that I began to apply to my calls, which changed everything. Not because of what I was saying, but because of who I was being. You know what it's like when you are really desperate for clients, you're really hungry for clients, you really want to serve. Just before you go into that call, all of that anxiety starts to show up, especially if you feel like the person you're about to speak to is just really, really perfect. You really, really want to help them. But now all of that is just condensed into this like 30 minutes of time with this person. It brings up a lot of anxiety, especially because, well, you're stepping into the unknown. You don't know how it's going to go. But there's also this positioning of feeling like you could get rejected. It's so important how you feel before you go into this conversation. The difference, the way one of these calls can go when you're feeling calm, when you're feeling centered, to going into it feeling like anxious and desperate. This is going to transform how you show up completely. So at this time when I was starting out and needing to learn, eventually I realized I could learn from other people. And I listened to a podcast that was from a sales expert. He'd been in the industry for many years and he worked in Silicon Valley. When he first started selling, he wasn't doing well. He was a newbie, he wasn't closing sales, and he knew that he needed to change something because even though he was doing all of the script, he admitted that he felt nervous, he felt anxious, he really wanted to get the bonus. I think he was on like a minimum, so he had to actually sell to get a good, decent amount of money. And one day, he decided to take a moment before the call and to do a visualization exercise. He explained that before he got onto the call, without knowing how this person or what this person looked like, he would just imagine them, invite them by name to come and sit in his imaginary office. He'd invite them to come and sit in front of them. And he would share with them his sincere desire for the best outcome for all. It would sound something like, "Hey Victoria, I'm so looking forward to having this call with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and sit with me beforehand. Just wanted to let you know that I really do care about making sure this is right for you. And so my prayer today is that the best outcome for all comes from our conversation." That was it, right? Every time he did that, he was showing up like equalized in himself. in his true state and desire for the call, his intention for the call. Believe it or not, people can feel where you're really coming from, even though you're saying the same things, you're saying the same script. Your intention for the conversation changes really how it's received on the other side. So I started to apply this to my calls. Before every call, I would do the same visualization, but I added one extra piece. And this piece I have applied to my business, not just in my sales calls. I started to apply it before I delivered a session. I applied it before I did talks. I'd apply it before I invested into something for myself. I would sit back and really give the moment to God. And I would ask for the Holy Spirit to come in and to take over. I would get myself out of the way and I would ask for that higher wisdom in the moment. I know that that's not only helped with the sales calls, because I truly believe that the people that come to me, God has brought to me. And if they're meant to work with me, then that will be a divine partnership ordered by God. But also, when I've actually been in session, getting my own ego out of the way has been really helpful to deliver results and say things that, I don't know, I definitely don't always think that that's been me. There's been something far greater, far wiser than I ever could be showing up in my sessions. Whether you have faith or not, there's something really powerful about getting yourself out of the way before you go into a conversation. Because a sales conversation truly is just being curious. You're not trying to sell, you're being curious. And you're coming from the question inside yourself of, can I really help this person? That's what you really need to do, is come from that place of curiosity. Because once you've confirmed it with them, then the selling part is obvious, it's easy. But if you're coming from a place of, I need to sell, that's going to make you anxious. That anxiety is going to be felt, and they're not going to feel comfortable and at ease with you and your service. So tell me, does this mean something for you right now? Is this a space where you do find you get a little bit anxious? What have you taken from today that's going to be most helpful? I really love to hear from you. Don't leave without letting me know. Comment below what's been most helpful. And if you want to hear more about how I can support you in your sales, with your finances, with your income, taking you from where you are to a 6-figure business and beyond with my 30 leads in 30 days strategy, drop a message below or go say hi to me on Instagram. You can DM me there at Lydia Kimmerling. Start the conversation and I'll tell you more about my business mentorship. I look forward to seeing you there.